Hello students, welcome to PMBA 5830 Production and Operations Management class. I'm going to go over the Blackboard content in this video. So here there are lots of folders I've provided, but the one most important folder is to do this week folder, and that's the home page for our class. So when you click on 5830 class, this is the page you will see, and right now there is only one folder that is visible because the rest of the folders are coded to be visible to you only after you complete this particular task. So let's look at what this task is. Let's click this folder and you will see three different tasks listed in this folder. Okay, 1, 2 and 3, and there are two other links that are provided for you to browse. But of these three, you have to complete task number 1 before any of the other class material will become visible to you. Task number 2 and 3 are important, but they are not prerequisite for anything. But this is a prerequisite for the course material to become visible. So when you click task number 1, you will see two links. One is the honor code agreement, and you need to download this and review this, and then you need to click this link to acknowledge and pledge your commitment to the honor code agreement. So once this is done, then all the weekly requirements will become visible to you. Okay, so here once you have completed that task, and all of this material will become visible. But before we get to that, let's go back in and then look at the other two tasks. So understand your syllabus. So if you click here, it will take you to the syllabus page. You can get to syllabus page from this link as well. So you have the syllabus here, and then there are a couple of other links provided for registering in MyOM Lab, which is an online platform provided by the publisher, which is a required mandatory requirement. We'll get to that. And here is a link for help if you have any difficulty with MyOM Lab, signing in and links not working and that kind of stuff. So you need to we'll go over the syllabus in a little more detail in just a little bit, but that's task number 2. Okay. And then task number 3 is for you to buy the textbook and register for MyOM Lab platform. So when you buy the textbook, you will get an access code, and you can use the access code to register with MyOM Lab platform. And make sure that the course ID into which you are registering is Dileepan 95846. If you don't make sure that this is the course ID, and if you register in some other course ID, then you will not be in my class and I won't be able to grade any of your work. So these are the first 3 tasks that you must complete before getting started with anything at all. Okay, we'll look at the syllabus in just a few minutes, but first let's look at the to do this week portion of the folder. So every week you will have a folder. Okay, so there are 6 weeks in the semester, so you have one folder for each of the 6 weeks. And at the outset, you will see a summary of the assessments that are due for that week. For example, for week 1, which goes from May 13th through May 19th. So that week will cover a weekend for you. So these are the assessments. So we will cover chapter 1 and chapter 3 during this week. So what are the assessments that you have to complete? When are those assessments due? Okay, similarly for week 2, what chapter, what assessment? Okay, that summary is given at the top. Now when you drill down, okay, when you click the week 1 folder, and you will see the same kind of format in all other weeks as well. So you will have a folder for classwork and a folder for assessment for in each of those 6 weeks. You must first complete the classwork before you get to the assessments. So if you click the classwork folder, you will see another link for chapter 1 material, okay, and then there is a discussion board link. And if you have any questions that you have with respect to the topics covered in that chapter, then you will post your questions in that discussion board. So you have chapter 1 and the discussion board that goes with it, chapter 3 and the discussion board that goes with chapter 3. Okay. Now these are available from course material link also. So there it is. But then if you want to go directly to that, but all you have to do is to visit this just one folder, and from this one folder you will have links to all other material that is made available in Blackboard. So you really don't have to look at any of the other folders, but I suggest that you browse through these, but then don't go directly to any of these links. Always use the to do this week as the point to launch from to do your work. On each, okay, now let's drill down into what's covered in chapter 1, and this again will be the same format for all other chapters also. So you'll first see learning objectives, and there are 3 different forms of assessment, and what form of assessment will be used to assess your mastery of each of these learning objectives is given at the top. Then what are the computer files that are available for the chapter? So you'll have a PowerPoint. You have in this particular chapter, you have a PowerPoint file, and you have class problems in Word document, and you need to download that and complete the activities listed here. So there are some problem solving activities that you must complete. Then I have a link for the PDF file of the completed class problems also, so just in case you need that. So you will find the same pattern in all other chapters. So you will have learning objectives, chapter files, and the different tasks that you need to complete to master that chapter. Once you have done that, then you go back to this, the assessment folder. Okay. Now you go to assessment folder, then you will see what are the different assessments that should be completed. So there is chapter 1, Quiz Me. Okay, I'll talk more about that in just a second. Then you have homework for chapter 1, and here is the homework. You click this, you will be able to download the Word document, and then you complete the assignment, and then you need to upload it back. I'll talk about uploading in just a second. And then you have the test. And if you have any questions here, you use this discussion board to post your questions. So in all chapters you will have these 3 assessments consistently: Quiz Me, homework, and the test. Now Quiz Me and the test are on my OM lab. Now homework you will complete, you can do it either with a piece of paper and a pencil, or you can do it in an Excel if you like. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. So then you do the assessment. You do your classwork, and then you do your assessment. Okay. So you proceed in this fashion week after week, and make sure that you complete your requirements by the due date, and then end of 6 weeks you're done.